Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. For today's Divinely Guided Rune reading, we have a new moon. We have Venus doing some nice things. So let's jump right on into it. And don't forget to check that description box down below for more Divinely Guided information for this week's rune reading. Let's get into it. Greetings, Libra, and welcome to your Divinely Guided Rune reading. I've already cleansed the energetic space, meditated and shuffled the runes here for your reading. And at the end, we will get a message of clarity from the Crystal Grid Oracle deck. So please stay tuned for that at the end of your reading here, Libra. In your energetic past here, we have the rune of Rehol. Rehol is that change of house, spouse, or career. Regardless, this is the travel, maybe a rune of movement, regardless. This is calling you to not resist, but ride along with those energetic waves. This is a lot like that Chariot card. You might be moving on to bigger and better things, like a change of house, spouse, or career. Now, Libra, whatever this is, it is going to be impacting your foundational work. This is Othala. This is the rune of your legacy, your foundation, right? What are you going to leave behind for the next 7 generations? That's a very good question to ask yourself occasionally, okay? This is making us really look into what is perpetual versus what is transitory in our lives. A lot of people think this legacy is about something like a tract of land, maybe some finances, something like that left in a will, but that only lasts for maybe a generation, maybe 2. All right, so when you are looking at this in the more perpetual sense, right, spiritual practices, paradigms, something like pay it forward, that movement, right, that paradigm is very profound and fundamental, right? That sort of work is what you've been called to move into here, Libra. That's really great, though, because you always have that sense of balance and fairness, and you're always looking to have that strong foundation. You want everything to fall equally onto your foundation, which is beautiful. And speaking of beautiful here, Libra, you have this beautiful rune of Birch, Berkana, birth, beginnings in your energetic near future. So you are moving on to maybe building a new foundation. Whatever this was in the past was not serving you well. And you've been called energetically to go with the flow, be more present, be in the now, really focus on your legacy. What is perpetual versus what is transitory? And that's going to lead you into, Libra, beautiful birthing of new projects, ideas, connections, healing work, right? This is a lot like that Empress card in the tarot, where you can have a lot of these new beginnings, and because you know how to do it. You knew this wasn't good for you, and you are in this process of beginning anew. Maybe this is a new beginning for yourself, a new recommitment for your foundation, your spiritual practices, right? Take what resonates. Again, leave what doesn't. Let me know in the comments below how this resonates with you too, please, Libra. In your influences of the now energy, we have Manas. Manas is those 2 clan flags facing one another. This incites a definition. So an other than. This could mean a joining of forces, or that sort of a 3D label of things. Knowing your place in the world. I really think that's what it is here for you, Libra, is really knowing your place in the world. Maybe you're beginning to add more divinely guided people into your life, more of those energies that are healthy for your growth, for your soul, your divine source blueprint, right? Knowing your place in the world because this foundation work that you're putting yourself into. Okay, this is really showing you that you know your worth, Libra. What is your advice, though, for the now? Yeah, learning lessons. This is Yara. This is the rune of the year, harvest. When the farmer at the end of the year, they do their harvest, they will take stock of everything learned throughout that season, right? Do I have enough seed? Is it good enough quality? Did I plant enough? Did I nurture it enough? I might have to get more from a different vendor next season. Do I have enough to last me. Okay, so this is an irreversible rune calling you to really evaluate what is going on in your life. Whatever this is you've been walking, you walked away from, it's pretty final. It feels final to me. This is really you stepping into your authority, beginning with your sense of community. And while you're doing that, focusing on what you're going to be leaving behind, you're learning so much in this sort of changing of the guard, so to speak. You're no longer giving your power over to this other energetic source from the past. You are stepping into your own, and maybe even adding clan members to the journey here with you, or gaining more of that sense of definition of putting that that word to that thought, or that word to that action. Right? Regardless, this is still a very good evaluation and learning period here for you throughout the week here, Libra. What do you have to look forward to at the very end of this week? We have that Venus and Aries at the very end, and that's preceded by that new moon in your sign. Or excuse me, not in your sign, it's in Taurus. So this is calling us to, with the new moon, the new energies, beginning new communications. This is Anzus. This is that divine communications, prophetic dream work, intuitive kind of stuff here, okay? This is a communication that you receive. This could be from that thing in the past, but I really feel this is divinely guided, maybe from that other clan member or these other energies that you are going along with in this journey, that you're beginning this new stuff, right? You want to begin the new stuff, but you need to be divinely guided to do so. This is calling you to be open for your divine guidance. Divine's always trying to talk to us, right? It's always up to us to tune in, to listen. This antenna rune, the rune of communication, Anzus here, is calling us to pay attention to those spirit numbers, the songs that we hear, epiphanies that we have. How do we think? How do we feel? What do we notice when we receive these sort of auspicious moments of communication where it's like, oh, that was weird. That song feels like it had a message for it. So what is that? And I'm learning and embracing this new evolution of self. You're listening to that divine guidance in a lot better way. Maybe you are tuning in a better way. You're beginning to refine your communication here, Libra. This is awesome stuff. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, Libra. I'm very happy for you. It sounds like what you're doing is divinely guided for you, because this beautiful new beginning for you, you're stepping into a more divine connection here in the future. Just take your time, be patient, be kind with yourself, right? Don't focus on what happened in the past, but look forward to what you get to build, what you get to plant, that birch seed, right, in the near future. You're learning a lot right now. And this is to be celebrated because your foundation is being enhanced. Your legacy is being enhanced, and you get to be divinely guided in doing so. Let's get a card of clarity from the Crystal Grid Oracle deck. Now, you might want to take a picture of this, Libra, and carry it with you. Maybe meditate on it, or go get a stone, or maybe do some crystal gridding yourself. These are beautiful cards regardless, and they're divinely guided no matter what. So, Divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity does Libra need to hear right now? Okay, that one went really far. Amplify. This is the card, it says amplify, and it's rhodozite. Rhodizite. Rhodozite. Feel free to take a picture, a screenshot of the card, and carry it with you throughout the week. You're amplifying yourself. Yeah, you're amplifying this communication moving forward. This is beautiful stuff for you, Libra. Let's read more about this card here. Think about something you really want to bring into your life or make happen. This could be as simple as wanting a calm atmosphere to live in, to a big project you want to get off the ground. Write down in detail, in the present tense, what it feels like to have it already. Then call on the spirit of rhodozite to be with you to show how to amplify the right message to call in your wish. Remain in the feeling of it already being there and allow yourself all the positive feelings to well up inside you. Gratitude, love, joy, peace, all of those. Remain in this present moment of achieving your desires and expressing the emotions as long as you can. Then picture yourself sending out this vibration all around the earth. You'll be surprised by how powerful this can be. Rhodozite are tiny crystals that average around 4 millimeters in length. They're relatively colorless, thank you mouth words, crystals that come to be white or yellow. Although the crystals are small in size, they are powerful amplifiers, especially when used in combination with other stones. This is why they are sometimes known as master crystals. They don't need to be cleansed or charged. What thoughts are you putting out in at the moment? And is this something you want amplified? If it is positive, then yes, let it be amplified. But if you're putting out negative thoughts and ideas, it's time to focus on what you want to achieve and become the manifester of your dreams. Namaste, Libra. Have a blessed and abundant day.